So, first of all, I'll say it's really hard to fathom the impact that our parents or guardians have on who we are. This is a thing that I thought I really grasped up until I had to really consider my values and paradigms and how I got them when I was doing college apps. Until recently, I also didn't really respect how much experience my mom had for the job. In addition to Megan and Melissa, she also had a lot of practice with her 5 younger siblings, the people she babysat in high school, and all the kids she nannied afterward. My mom had a lot of experience parenting before she ever had kids of her own, and as a result, she's darn good at it. So these two things, plus the sheer amount of time and resources that mothers invest into their kids, are primarily what I feel are celebrated for Mother's Day, and for good reason. But it's not really what I want to focus on today. Kim Malloy is well worth celebrating as a mother, but also well worth celebrating as a person. My mom also never really stops going. I remember coming home one day and her being like, "Oh, by the way, I got another job," in addition to working at the rec center and teaching at DMAC, at hospice. A job that I feel like would be incredibly depressing, yet she says time and time again doesn't bother her because she's proud to be helping people live out their last days in comfort and in dignity. Back over Christmas break, even while she had plenty of stuff to do for work, she still dedicated days of her time to work with me on college applications. This, by the way, is a continual pattern. Despite her abnormal workload, she still pours hours and days into doing things for her 3 kids. Applications, graduation parties, activities lists. She just keeps going and going in a way that I wish that I could. She's incredibly talented too. There was this pattern in my life wherein I would need something or someone else would, and my mom would be like, "Oh yeah, I'll make that for you," and I'd always think, how's that gonna turn out? Because I just have this inherent lack of faith that people can personally make something that rivals something that's store-bought, and every time I would be so pleasantly surprised at the amazing things that she was able to do. The time when I really caught on to this with myself was last year during prom. Right up before prom itself, I was reminded that Shannon wanted my vest to match her dress, and I didn't have a vest at that point. And I'm like, well, crap, it's too late to order anything. That probably just isn't going to happen. And so I didn't even mention it to my mom until a couple days later. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll make it something real fast." And I was thinking, am I going to want to wear it though? And of course I was wrong because it turned out really well, and I thought it looked good. And she does that kind of thing all the time. She made my vest this year, as well as Shannon's dress. And these projects of hers always turn out so well. So I finally got to the point where when she says, "I'm going to do this," I'm thinking, yeah, you are. But the story I want to share about my mom more than any other is this one. A while back, during the Music Boosters garage sale, she saw that Mrs. Duffy had donated all of her musical t-shirts. For those of you who don't know, Jackie Duffy has been directing the high school musicals for the majority of her career. And my mom looked at this box of t-shirts, and without saying anything to Mrs. Duffy, bought them, took them home, and put them together into this big, beautiful quilt for her. I don't know how many of you respect how much work that was. I know I certainly don't. But she took all this time and all this effort to just do something nice for someone else. Not because she was asked to, not because someone suggested it to her, but because she had this idea and she decided to follow through on it. I love that. My mom does this kind of thing all the time. She has so many projects that I haven't talked about in this vlog, and sometimes she overcommits. Whether by adopting a dog with a skin condition, or sewing a new piano cover for the middle school when she has 1,000 other things going on already, Kim Malloy takes random acts of kindness to a special kind of level, and I'm so proud of that. I want to be like that. So Mom, thank you for everything you do for me and for everyone else. I love you, and I'm so very proud of you. Happy Mother's Day, and all the best.